Right, coming onto the TV table now, we have the number 8 seed Alex Thomson from Cardiff, former UPC 8-ball champion, versus Phil Burford representing the University of Teesside University, who is currently the number 1 ranked player on the GB 9-ball tour. And they're just setting the cues up now. I would ask you, but I assume you're busy. You need to be able to get out if you need it, yeah. So, as ever, we'll lag for break, winner breaks the next rack, race to 5. So Alex Thomson wins the lag, and we're ready to go. Alex with a solid break there, as he got a shot on the 1. Something to work with. You have to excuse me if I'm a bit quiet at the moment. I'm currently trying to type up the draw online. Although Alex with an early miss here, doing exactly what he didn't want to do, a hand control of the table to Phil. Well, I've been hoping that he could get some progress in this match before. Oh crap. Yeah. It's not on yet. Oh, it's live recording. Yeah. So yeah, a little bit of a fight on this 1 ball. Apologies to those on stream, we lost connection for a moment. The hotel Wi-Fi times out on us now and then. For those watching the recorder at a later date, you should be fine. Jacob D430 says Ricky Chung to win it. You may see something on the stream table that could change your mind. so we could have an easy 1 ball to get started. And it's taking us a while to pot a ball. Suck him in. So the nudge on the free, developing it for a shot to corner. But no shot on the 4 means it's not worth the effort. So Burford attempts to snooker on the 3 with the 8, using the 3 to develop the 4, but I don't think he's got it. Joined on commentary by the deposed number 2 seed, David Ahmed.
You okay, yeah?
Alright, mate.
Yeah, not too bad.
If I can ask you a favour, can you take over for a little bit while I get this draw up online?
Yeah, that's fine.
Still first back.
Is it? That was a good. You can see the 4. That's an unlikely miss from Phil Burford. I'm not quite sure. He's just about on the 5. Getting position on the 6 might be a bit hard. He didn't cue that well. Left an easy run out for Phil Burford. He's perfect on the 8 now. Should be an easy clearance from here. And that's 1-0 to Phil in the race to 5. That was a good break from Phil. He's just spot on the 2. He might have to hold the cue ball to get on the 3. Nicely done. He's perfect on the 4. It should be an easy clearance from here. He's just about okay on the 8. Oh, he's played that well. That should be 2-0 now. And it is. 2-0 to Phil in the race to 5.
Is that a break and run? Did you run off the break, did you?
Yeah. There's nothing much Alex could have done about a break and run. He just needs to hope that he gets a chance back on the table again. In other news, we have currently number 7 seed Stephen Patterson playing Aaron Yacitis from Edge Hill, who is 1-0 down and has got ball in hand in the second frame. That's an unlikely mistake from Phil. Alex Thomson needs to make full use of it. Dan Turner is now joining us back in the commentary box.
Back from my UPC duties of typing out the draw on Facebook.
Yeah, sounds interesting that. Yeah. What do you think? What's Alex's best option from here?
Right, where are we? We're on the 4, are we?
We are on the 4.
Yeah.
It's not a likely positional shot on the 5.
It's tough to the 5, isn't it?
Well,
if he can get twice
on both corner pots.
It's tight to the left, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely is.
It's on to get twice across, but that's what I think he'll try and do. Or
he got lucky on the smash down there.
Yeah, you could say he got lucky to not going off, or he got unlucky to be just too close to the pocket.
Yeah,
but
true.
He's still got a shot. I'm not sure if it goes there.
Yeah, I can't really see it from my angle.
It's tight.
It's quite tight. You might have to roll it on to get position on the 6 if he attempts to pot the ball.
I reckon it goes, but just needs to, of course, flicking the 9 here would be devastating.
I think he's trying to play the safety shot now.
He's just trying to use go behind the 7, keep it number 6.
That's nicely played by Alex Thomson.
And even though Phil should escape, Alex is hoping for a better chance when he comes back. But Phil knows his angles quite well, but here's a chance for Alex now.
Alex has now got a decent chance to finish this off.
These are the kind of chances he needs to take if he wants to beat Phil.
Knowing Phil Burford from TV9 at all, I don't think he will get many chances.
No. Nice draw, back to the 6.
That seems about okay to go on the 7.
Just screw down. He's overhit it.
Yeah, that was a bit pacey.
Does it go to this corner? And does he can he get it to the corner?
It's quite tight.
He's also really close to the object ball, obviously. It might just not be on both ways.
I think he'll go for the safe option because it's really hard to get on the 8.
Yeah, of course.
I think nerves are getting to playing Phil Burford in the 32s.
It's just knowing that every time you leave the table, you don't know when you're coming back.
Yeah, Phil's got the capability to run 5 racks in a row.
It's not just losing this rack, it's losing the next one and the next one.
Yeah, it just keeps on going. Race to 5s are...
It's a very short race for a man of Phil's talents as well.
Yeah, it doesn't give you much room to make any faults. Looks like he's tempting the pot.
That's right. Alex is 2-0 down here. He might be thinking, it's alright, it's early, he's got time. Those 3 racks could disappear very quickly if Phil has the chances.
Definitely. That turned out well for Alex.
Yeah.
Let's see what Phil does.
I expect a safety from Phil.
Yeah.
Very well judged.
You can possibly see it.
He might have a thin edge. Can't do a lot with it though.
Yeah. He's possibly aiming for the key walls to finish on the bottom corner of the table.
It's a good solid hit. Is he going to get any joy?
And he's left the 7
open shot on the 7.
This might be rack 3 over. That was Nicely played.
That's the shot of a man who knows what he's doing.
That's a shot of a man with confidence.
He's not perfect on this 9, but I don't think he needs to be.
Yeah, he fell short, but these 9s are not. These tables are quite easy to fall on.
Oh dear.
And just as I said,
Paul concedes the rack, and that Phil concedes the rack.
That was a bit sloppy from Phil Burford, but I'm guessing he will come back strong.
Yeah, we don't expect to see many of those. But that brings Alex Thomson to the table as well. Alex more than capable of running a rack if the chance is there.
Yeah, definitely. He was indeed the Yarmouth individual champion in 2012-13.
Yeah.
So he's got the capability of handling that pressure.
Yeah, he's come through pressure before. Obviously an 8-ball is a different discipline. He's definitely more of a, he'd say he's more of an 8-ball and a super player before he plays 9-ball.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
He's a very competent kiosk.
He's got a good technique, he just needs to keep it going.
The big difference here is that Phil knows what shots he's playing.
I can see this frame be a safety frame. It's not. There's no clear run out on the table.
It's not that bad. The problem is at the moment it's a 2-ball.
Yeah.
The free will combo into the 6.
Yeah,
You've got to be careful leaving yourself the free afterwards.
Yeah, you might just have to go up and down the table.
And obviously that double kiss is not what he played. And
yeah. Phil has to make a bit of effort in cleaning this table up.
It's one good shot really though, isn't it? One good shot followed by a series of nice close control shots.
Yeah, the 4 and the 5 are relatively close, so that shouldn't be a problem once he gets the 3 off.
Oh, that's
that was a bad miscue from Phil. Don't really expect much from him.
I find it hard to believe that Phil's suffering from pressure here.
No, you'd imagine him walking away with the competition now, but
he's been in much bigger events and won them.
Yeah.
But I suppose expecting to win brings its own kind of pressure. Yes.
Yeah.
A couple of bad shots and doubt starts to creep in.
Yeah, even though he's not seeded, he's the favourite to win the tournament.
Yeah. The only reason he's not seeded is that he's not played one of our events before.
Yes. But he's played loads of GB9 events, which he hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might need to play a deep screw shot to get on the 3-6 combination, but he might even think about going for a safety.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no clear way onto that to get nice on that 3-6. Alex Thomson drops his chalk, but fortunately not on a ball.
Yeah.
So just a safety here from Alex, I expect.
Yeah, that's the obvious shot to go for. From his angle, he possibly can't get the key ball behind the 6.
I don't think he can. He could use it. He could use the 6 to leave awkward queuing, perhaps, but that's all he can do with it.
I would imagine the 3 will end up on the other side of the table. Possibly play a bit of stun shot, I think. Get the key ball on the cushion.
Actually, he may be looking to use a combination of the 8, 9 and 4 as cover. Catches the 4. That's a chance.
Error from Alex, which might pay off.
So we've been saying you can't afford to leave gift Phil a chance like this, but so far, aside from the break and run, we've not seen the best of him.
Oh, it's unlikely to see Phil make that many mistakes in a single frame.
So it may well be the first. He's not played yet today in any unless he's been somewhere else to practice. Might just be taking a bit of time to get his arm going.
Yeah, he's only had a frame in the 10-ball crash, and he's the current UPC record holder.
Yeah, he's just set a record of 114 in the 10-ball crash,
which was beaten by 4 from the previous record holder, Chris Gibson. He scored at 110
earlier
last
today.
year's UPC.
Oh, he got that last year, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That was another fault from Phil. That's 3 in this frame on his
Yeah,
own.
if he potted that, you have to assume he's mopping the rest of the mat.
Yeah. I think he's a bit frustrated with his potting at the moment, even after he got a breaking run in the last frame.
Yeah. Yeah, he's obviously used to performing at a higher standard.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's getting plenty of chances.
Yes. Alex needs to do better with his stances because
This gives hope to the other guys in the tournament as well. It's kind of showing that he can be beaten. Alex has had he's had chances. They've been tough chances on the whole, but they have been there. Yeah, he's just not taking them apart from when Phil left the 9 hanging.
I know. Now that's the third round. The pressure's probably getting to both players, which is why we're seeing a few more misses than before. But it should be over in this frame. It's nice to take that, Phil, and he's perfect on the 9.
Yeah.
And that's 3-0 to Phil Burford.
3-1.
Race to 5. Oh,
3-1.
sorry. Sorry to all the viewers, it's 3-1.
Yeah, I just told you about when he left the 9 hanging.
Oh yeah. It just seems unlikely that Phil will lose a frame.
You're just assuming the other score is nil.
Yeah. That's me being normal as always.
Yeah.
In other news, number 7 seed Stephen Patterson is now 2-0 down against Aaron Yasitis from Edgehill. I'm not quite sure about the scores.
We're too far. Yeah, we're too far away from anything else in the room to really be up to date on it.
Yeah.
I suppose if results come in, we may be able to give you them.
Give you a better update on play 2s. Not quite sure if that was the right shot to play.
Another, I have to say, sort of botched safety.
Yeah, even though Phil's an incredible player, I'd expect Alex to get another chance on this table.
Let's have a look.
Unless Phil does what he does best.
I think 5 to 6 is the key.
Yeah, a stun shot on the 2 really should leave him on the 3.
Yeah. From there he should get the 4. Or beyond the 4. Then he needs to leave himself a nice off straight angle on the 5 to screw down to the 6 or something similar. Or enough angle to come like once or twice across.
He's taking the long route to get to the 5, to get to the 6 from the 5. It should be straightforward.
This is a shot. This is the key to the rack right here. He's missed the pot. That's a shocker again.
Yeah, these jaws are not helping at times in these kind of corner shots.
But these are the tables that Phil's used to, of course, on GB9 Tour. So
yeah, he should have probably done better with that.
Yeah.
Even the key ball position on the 6 is not the best.
No, you're right there.
But Alex has got a lot of work to do with the key ball to get on the 6 if he wants to clear this table off.
Yeah. Alex needs to play attempt a similar kind of shot, or run it through with lots of right-hand side and come round through 4 rails.
Won't be the right idea, but let's see what it does.
There, catches the 8. Is it any good?
No.
Well,
that's the stage.
It's one less ball for someone to pot.
Yeah, that push on the key ball just left it out of control, and it just went apart.
If he missed the 8 there, he had a good chance of being on this 6.
Yeah.
But
definitely did.
But he didn't.
Now he can play the snooker type safety shot on the table.
So it's tuck him behind the 9.
Yeah.
And 6 up to the middle of the other cushion.
Yeah, definitely.
It's what I think it's what crazy double. He looks to me like he's trying to screw him behind the 7. Or he's thinking about screwing him behind the 7.
Yeah, trying to stun it behind the 7 might be a bit harder than getting it behind the 9.
I think, if the shot behind the 9 naturally leaves the 6 safe. Well, the players leave it on the middle of the top cushion. Going behind the 7 doesn't necessarily do that.
It looks like he's getting really thin.
Oh, he's gone for the cut. That's a great shot.
That's a great shot from Alex Thomson.
We're sat here saying, oh, you won't take this on.
I know.
We should shut.
No wonder we're not playing in that table.
Yeah, that's why Naveed's not in this tournament anymore.
I know, yeah.
That's why I retired.
Yeah, that should be 3-2. This match is getting closer than we expected.
And that big cut will surely it must give Alex some confidence to go on and try and get a result
here. You can hear the support from the Cardiff lads.
Yeah, of course. Alex has his Cardiff teammates, a good, I think 9 of them, watching from across the room. See Phil here, not involved in the team event, here on his own. And if the crowd gets involved, it could get very lonely.
Yeah.
And not necessarily just in this match, but later on in the tournament if he progresses as well.
Yeah, I would imagine the crowd not behind him, like no one was behind Ben Buckley back in the day.
Oh, they always get behind the underdog, don't they?
Yeah. People love the underdog.
I remember playing Buckley in the singles a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah. It was it's probably my favourite match that I played. Even though I wasn't particularly good, I just banged a few combos in.
At times when you lose all hopes, that's the best thing to do.
I just really enjoyed the atmosphere of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would have loved Buckley and Phil to play in the same tournament at the same time.
Yeah. But we'd have just depressed everybody twice as quickly.
Probably would have been nice to see some good quality pull over the weekend. That was
Thomson getting away with that slightly.
But Alex possibly got away with this.
I mean, of course, it does cut down to this bottom left corner, but it's not an easy shot.
Yeah,
Phil's missed easier shots in this match.
Yeah. And he will lose cue ball control. Yeah. So I think he will just go for the safety.
He's trying to flick. It's a good shot in behind the 7.
Yeah, I think Alex is snookered.
I was about to say he nearly left the 1-9 combo for when if Alex misses it, but I think Phil would rather be attempting to run out anyway.
The table's quite clear.
Yeah.
With ball in hand, with someone of Phil's caliber, he'll finish it off.
Ball in hand, nothing's tied up, nothing's in an awkward spot like on the top or bottom rails.
It is quite an open table.
If you can get control, you can run these out.
Alex needs to think about his shot because it might decide on the whole match.
Yeah.
3-2 is quite a critical score to be in, and once you're at the hill, things change.
Yeah,
pressure builds up.
Yeah. It's not enough for him to just hit this. He really needs to get this safe or fluke apart.
And that was a nice escape.
It's a good solid hit, and he'll be happy with that.
I think he'll
be very happy.
He might have snookered Phil as well.
There's no snooker there, but there's definitely no pot there either.
Yeah.
Although Phil does possibly have a chance at an easier snooker, being behind the 7 again. He's so good at those.
That was nicely played by Phil.
So good at those. And there's the combo now.
Killed the pace of the cue ball with the check side.
That's an easy combo if he gets a chance at it. He
Alex
still might turn it down.
Yeah. But Alex will probably take a bit more time in his shot, knowing that the 1 and 9 are really close to each other.
But he can't really play to disturb the combo or anything like that. He has to hit this one.
Normally people would love to take the 9 away from the 1, but there is no way he can do it.
Unless he can move it with the 7, but
even then it's really hard because it's really tight.
Yeah.
He possibly could.
But even then, if he does that, he hands control of the table to Phil, and he could well just run them out. So either way, he wants to hit this one and get.
There is no easy escape from this situation. You would think
the one rail kick is tough. There's not a lot of room for error.
You'd think the 2-cushion escape is the best way to go for.
No, it's not there. I feel the free hand we covered the 2-cushion escape. Alex a little fortunate perhaps to disturb the combination.
That will possibly make it harder for Phil now.
Forces Phil to run them out. But again, there's not really a problem.
Yeah, it's still an open table. Shouldn't be a big problem.
With ball in hand, there's not a big problem.
He's perfect on the 2.
The only possible problems I can see is possibly, basically he's just got to be careful in a couple of places. Just getting from the 5 to the 6 nice, and then getting from the 7 to the 9.
I think 7 to the 9 is the one.
But
even that's not a massive problem.
No.
No.
The 9's pretty close to the pocket.
I think Phil would love to be closer to the 4.
Yeah, he's not great on this 4 for getting on the 5. I expect him to pot it, but
he had to change his plans. I don't think he chose this way when he was thinking about finishing the rack off.
Is that one of your boys there, Naveed?
Yeah.
Is that Abby?
In other news, Abilai just won his round of 32s.
Yeah, 5-0. It was 5-0, I overheard him. So that was against Ricky Chung of Edge Hill. So I'm sorry to the man in the chat, but Ricky's gone. I just realised that must be Jacob Donaldson at home. Duck Jr. But in other news, Phil Burford's finishing off this rack.
One keeps on coming off, every other ball's touching.
Yeah, that's table 11 that needs tapping. Anyway, Abilai just won 5-0, so that's one for Manchester, who's through to the round of 16s. It's his first year in the UPC event, so good on them for performing that well.
So Phil Burford on the hill.
Yeah.
Breaking. He'd love to run these out right here, right now.
All he needs is a good break.
Well, there's a good start.
That definitely is a top notch break. And I can see him running this out.
I think he could run these out with one arm if he tried.
Yeah,
I feel it would be very disrespectful.
I'll love to see it. That's perfect on the 3 now.
Oh, it's Jacob Duxbury, not Junior Donaldson. Fair enough.
Now he has to go around to get on the 6.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a Donaldson Junior. Maybe I just got his name wrong. But yeah, hi Shaggy. And Naveed is commentating. And yeah, Abby won.
Oh, Shaggy would love to know that as Aaron Yacitis is now leading Stephen Patterson by 3-2. It is a tight match. There has been a few mistakes on the 9 ball. It's getting really close. And I think that should be all
this is
game.
This
is game 7 match. Reckon run, not much that Alex could have done. Well done
so
on him.
Congrats to Phil advancing to the round of 16. Commiserations to Alex.
He made a valiant effort.
Yeah. But there's not a lot you can do.
Yeah, not against Phil.
2 racks without a say in it. Yeah. He was only 3-2 down in racks he actually played.
Yeah, true.
Round off.
Yeah. So we have no more TV matches for another half an hour at least. We're waiting for the other 32 matches to end before going back to the TV table. So for now, from Dan and Navid, it's goodbye. We'll be back shortly.